Well folks, I've had a lot of people ask me about my jerky or biltong recipe, and I'm going to show you a pretty simple way to make this recipe. I'm going to be using a whole eye of round that I get at Harris Teeter. It's only $3.97 a pound. It's a long-term special over there. I've just taken this out of the freezer. I do that because it firms up the meat and it's a lot easier to cut. So I've had it in the freezer for about, I don't know, about 20-30 minutes. I'm going to be using just 4 or 5 ingredients. I'm going to be using the meat and salt, some ground coriander, some coarse ground black peppercorns, and brown sugar. Today I'm going to be substituting that brown sugar for coconut palm sugar. I just find it's a lot tastier. Make sure you have a nice sharp knife, and I'm just going to cut this open. And we're going to take it, and as you can see, this one's got a nice little bit of fat on it. We like a bit of fat on our biltong. For the technique we use here, we're on the coast, so I put mine in a dehydrator. So we're going to cut these lengthwise, of course, with the grain. As you can see, we're going to make these even smaller. I'm going to cut them thinner. As I say, we're on the coast, yeah, and you'll see as we go along what I'm going to be doing. My family prefers these cut a little thinner, a little smaller, thinner strips. That's almost perfect for a big one. Cut that in half. Those are going to be a little wetter. We're going to keep cutting here. Work another piece off. This is about 5 pounds of meat, and it'll make enough biltong for a couple of days. We'll have it all eaten up. It's very nice quality meat. It's got a little bit of marbling to it. These are the nice long strips. So once the meat has been cut into those thin strips, you're going to start pickling it, get the start of the salt, and it's really important that you get it evenly spread over the meat. This is the important part because we're not going to cure it for long. Just an even spread of salt, coarse ground black pepper. Get it nice and even everywhere. Very important that you get it on evenly. And the finely ground coriander. Now you can use your own fresh one, heat it in the oven and grind it up, and fresh ground pepper too. You can take whole peppercorns. I just do this because it's a lot more convenient. Just a thin layer of coriander and then the brown sugar, and you sprinkle that on nice and evenly. Get this done quickly. I'm using this organic coconut palm sugar today. It gives it just a very, very good flavor. So once you got it all on, we're going to do the other side. So you're going to flip it over, just put the board over, take it and flip it over. And make sure just jiggle that meat off. There you go, perfect. And we're going to get the other side. Ooh. Same thing on this side. Nice even layer of salt. Very even. Very even layer of salt. Not too much, not too little. Kind of get back here. Black pepper. Nice and even. And I'll probably said that word 1,000 times already. Coriander. And brown sugar. And rub it in. Pat it in gently. Take that into the stainless steel dish and get the next one cut up. So we haven't let this meat lie very long, just for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to start stacking it on the, packing it on the dehydrator racks, nice and close because it's going to shrink. So once you put it on all the trays, you're going to go lay it in. I use this Excalibur food dehydrator. It comfortably just handles, it handles about 5 pounds of meat. And there you go. And close it up. I then go and set the heat to about 70 degrees Celsius or 160 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere around there. Maybe a little close, 155 degrees. And I'm going to leave it in there for about 5 to between 5 and 7, 8 hours, depending on how thick the meat was. Well, folks, I've had it in the dehydrator. This pretty good dehydrator for the last about 10 hours because I had some thick and thin pieces of jerky in there, and that's all ready now. Some of it's going to be more drier than others, but it doesn't matter. We all have different tastes in this family. So there you have a bunch of absolutely delicious jerky sticks, or biltong, whatever you want to call it. And this is going to last about a day or two and it'll be gone, because we all really love 2-second rule. There you have it. That was 5 pounds of fresh meat. You know, have a nice bowl of good old biltong jerky, call it whatever you want, delicious and very easy to make. What do you think of the biltong, Emmy? You like it? Kind of yummy, isn't it? You gonna eat that whole bowl? No?
Not the one with the ruby.
Oh.
How do you make it, Andre?
It's very easy to make.
How do you make it?
I'll show you a video. I just made a video on how to make it.